What's going on, guys? So today is pretty exciting to share some news here. As you can see, I have a table full of SwissTech knives and tools, and this is kind of a first impressions. We're going to go over a couple of these different models. You guys have been inundating me with messages about these knives and multi-tools for months. I want to say like 6 months plus. Every now and again I'll get a message, hey, you gotta check these out. These are on like Walmart's website. So the backstory here is SwissTech has been making, tools since '94, I believe. And back in 2018, they partnered with Walmart. So a lot of their stuff was available through Walmart's website. And I believe a couple of their tools have been available at Walmart since. But they're kind of like changing the game here with all of these. It's hard to compare. It's really not the same thing at all. But, imagine Ozark Trail, but better. You know what I mean? There was a huge rush on Ozark Trail knives because they were super, super cheap and everyone can get them at Walmart and it was really easy to obtain. You didn't have to order anything online. There's no shipping or anything. But they were like decent for the price. Well, this is just a step above. This is some really awesome quality products, especially now that I've had them in my hand. I've been able to test a couple of these. A couple of these I didn't get to actually carry yet, but like for example, this Werdig I carried today. Super, super cool. Did a little testing on this Gerundit. These are really, really awesome knives. So these are going to be kind of your upper end budget friendly knives from Walmart. Now we all know there's plenty of brands out there that Walmart's been carrying for years, CRKT and Kershaw and Gerber and Buck and stuff like that. But this is some new age stuff. And like I said, you guys have been asking for videos on this for quite a while now. And I'm excited to say that I finally got some samples as well as some news. You're going to be able to start getting this stuff physically at Walmart locations sometime in August. All right. And towards the end of the video, I'll go over some prices on this stuff. Super, super affordable, especially for what you're getting. So all the blades across the board are AUS 8, which a lot of you guys call AUS 8, right? Super common, very good budget steel. These just all have their own kind of little bit of flair here and there. I can tell you right off the bat, the large size folders, super exciting to me. This fixed blade is ridiculous. I'll talk about this in just a second here. All right, this one is the Stallern, and I'm going to butcher all these names. All right, and one you guys have probably not seen yet is this thing, the Listig. All right, this is going to sell for like 12 bucks. All right, and this is going to directly compete with a Victorinox SAC Classic SD. All right, this thing has a textured D10. It is super, super cool. But yeah, I mean, there's, a ton of different stuff here. It's hard to even pick where to start. But again, across the board, AUS 8, they're using, a bearing system on their knives. So this is the Gerundit, all right? And they have two versions of this. This one has the carbon fiber stripe in the middle, and there's also this two-tone one. These two models, or this model, I should say, in two versions, are probably the most talked about and requested from you guys, because you guys have saw this and maybe on the forums and Reddit and wherever else you guys get your social media kicks off from. You've seen these knives, people talking about them, people picking them up, and that's why you're asking me, hey, you got to check this out, and you tell me all about it. These are actually going to be able to be picked up physically from Walmart locations, and that is what makes it so exciting. These specifically, I want to say, are going to retail for like 30 bucks, $30, AUS 8s, a bearing system. These are liner locks. There is no blade plate on any of these. Super smooth edges on this one as well. We got a touch of color on a lot of these different models. The red is kind of a, overall with this whole series, it's a theme, right? This one is the Stamig, super interesting. So we have the red thumb disc for this guy. Super, super smooth. This is one of those pocket clip style knives where you have this big old fat pocket clip. This little tree is kind of their logo that is integrated into all these models one way or another. All right, so again, liner lock there. Now, the people who have been watching me for a long time, you guys know that I use folders a lot more than fixed blades, but lately I've just been really into a fixed blade kick, and I have to say this is one of the most impressive fixed blades I've seen in a while. This one they're calling the Stallern. All right, you guys can help me pronounce that if that's not correct. But and by the way, the packaging is actually really nice and all this stuff. This one comes in a green canvas micarta. Really, really nice handle here. Beautiful, simple design on this guy. Also comes with a matching ferro rod, which is really, really neat for obviously all the bushcrafters out there. All right, very convenient little package. Nice little simple pocket clip for this, which is able to rotate. So if you want to carry this, vertically or horizontally, doesn't really matter. But that little ferro rod acts as like a little bit of a thumb press, so you can pull that right out of the sheath. Really, really simple, super sharp out of the box. SwissTech on the blade there. And then the pivot, or excuse me, pivot. There's no pivot obviously in this one, but the handle scale is put on by 2 pins. One looks like a pivot screw, but it's not, of course. All right, so there's the hardware on the back. We have the clean side on the front. Of course, again, that little logo. You see that pop up on all these products. And that little touch of red, all right, which is our lanyard hole. Just really, really nice, really simple. There's jimping on the back. The jimping for me is not super aggressive. If you don't like jimping, I wouldn't worry about this because it's not going to be uncomfortable at all. But then you can see that end has a little bit of a fatter circle on there, and that is going to help with your ferro rod if you want to strike that. Let me get that to focus a little bit better for you. There we go. All right, so you can use that notch for your ferro rod and save your edge. I know some people like to, strike the ferro rod with the bottom of the edge. I much prefer that for any kind of fine whittling or anything like that. I don't want to strike my ferro rod anywhere on my edge if I can help it. In an emergency situation, you do what you gotta do, right? But most of us aren't in an emergency or some kind of survival situation all the time. But I mean, I just really like this setup a lot. The matching ferro is super cool, but it's a very slim, sleek design. Tons of mounting points all over this if you want to, do something else as far as, mounting this knife. Now they do have these multi-tools. This one is the Praktisch, something like that. You guys can read that yourself. This one definitely has some Leatherman Wave type vibes, but not the price tag. All right, so it comes with this leather sheath here, and I'll pop it out. You'll see what I'm talking about here overall with this design, but super, super smooth. All right, again, touch of red. There's kind of a texturing on the handles here. Let me get that to focus for you. It's not super rough. It's actually very smooth, and I know I've seen this type of texturing somewhere before, but I really can't place it. Your blades are on the outside here. Liner locks, of course. Just really, really nice. Again, when you hear the prices on some of these things, that's where you're going to be, a little bit more intrigued, of course. Then off screen here, we have this little kit. All right, there's a shot of that. Tack stock, all right, 26 in 1. Now this definitely has a similar design to a SOG multi-tool. Maybe we'll talk about this more in the future, but it comes in this little package deal here with a separate complete set of bits. All right, so let me pop this out and just give you the gist of it if you haven't seen something like this before. All right, so this pulls out, and that's what gives you your pliers. These are spring loaded. All right, just really, really interesting. And of course, all your tools inside the handle here. You have to excuse me, I'm jumping around a little bit, probably because the camera's having a problem with focusing. But yeah, you guys get the overall gist. Again, well, you know more than I do because you're the one telling me to check these things out. So here I am finally checking them out. Absolutely in love with the folders, just right out of the gate. Absolutely love the fixed blade. This is probably, I mean, it's hard to say because, I mean, I really like this knife a lot, the Werdig, but I'm kind of gravitating towards this Gerundit. It's just, I don't know, everything about it is awesome. It's super, super smooth. I do feel the pocket clip just a little bit, deep conceal clip on the back there, but just really, really simple design, very clean look, super sharp. And this is gonna be like 30 bucks, 30 bucks. All right, flipper design there, right? Just shoots out with that bearing. I have not used the multi-tools extensively yet. I play with them, but I don't really have super, experience with those yet. Again, this is kind of initial impressions, but overall, SwissTech, I mean, I've had their multi-tools. I've showed their multi-tools in the past. They're probably more famous for their little, multi-tool knife that looks like a key. It's like a 2-part piece. I mean, you guys have probably seen it before. Again, it's been around a few years. A lot of people have them in the EDC community. They carry them on the keys and stuff. This is just them expanding. This is them getting more stuff physically in the stores at Walmart. Even though these have been available online for a while, they're actually going to be in stores, which is most exciting to me. Because when people tell me, hey, I just need a knife that's, not a total piece of crap, and what can I get from Walmart or Target or something? I mean, Target's not really an option for knives. But Walmart usually has a little selection, at least most places. There are, you know, Walmart locations that don't have like an outdoor section. They don't really carry knives and stuff. But generally speaking, here in the US, there's tons and tons of locations where you can go pick up a decent little fixed blade or a little pocket knife, you know. But this is something new. It's not the regular suspects that you see time and time again there. I mean, I've seen every single knife that Walmart's carried for a while now. Ozark Trail was super popular for a while. Obviously, it's a Walmart brand. But now, SwissTech is a new thing. So it's just, you know, it's great to finally get these in hand and see what everyone's talking about. And I'm really impressed overall. It's very impressive stuff. So keep an eye out in August for this stuff. So the new line of SwissTech knives and multi-tools are very impressive for the price. But I think the biggest thing here, the biggest focus for me is that they're going to be available in store at Walmart locations. And that's huge for me. I mean, I talk to people every day about knife stuff. There's a lot of people that just, you know, they want like just a little affordable knife. Maybe they're watching my channel for something unrelated, but they're kind of, you know, liking the idea of having a pocket knife. A lot of times I get messages for gifts. Hey, you know, you're into knives. I don't really know much about them. You know, I want to get my dad a gift, my brother a gift, my sister, my mom, my kids, whatever. It's the holiday time, it's birthday time, you know, and then they want to know what's good. And maybe I give them a couple options and they're like, you know, that's out of the budget. You know, not everyone has a $150 knife in their pocket, you know, especially for gift giving. So to be able to, you know, test this stuff out, and if I like it, you know, recommend something like this, where people can go down to Walmart and pick this up for 30 bucks. I mean, that's cool. That's what makes the whole thing extra exciting to me. There's thousands and thousands of knives you can get from a knife dealer. You know, BladeHQ or Knife Center. I mean, you name your favorite one. There's a bunch of them. But not everyone knows about that kind of stuff. They're not really into the whole EDC thing. You know, they're not really a knife collector. So just for the common person, where can I get a decent pocket knife that's not going to fall apart? Where, you know, I want to go camping. I want to get a decent fixed blade, you know, but I don't want to spend $100. I don't want to spend $300 on it. You know, 40 bucks, 30 bucks. So that's what makes this whole thing kind of extra exciting. Plus, you guys have been asking about it. So anytime, you know, I get a bunch of messages about something and I'm able to actually check it out myself, that's always a nice little bonus. So that's all. Again, just this is my initial, you know, kind of impressions type video. I'm really impressed initially. We'll see how these things hold up. I'll get more pocket time on this. I'll get more usage on these knives. And I'll get back to you in the future with some more information. But for now, anyone who knew about these online, here's your heads up. They're going to be available at Walmart. And if you didn't know about this stuff, here's your heads up. They're available online right now. A lot of these things are sold out because they are so popular, especially when they get posted on social media. But, you know, they're restocking all the time. It's Walmart. But if you hang in there, like I said, sometime in August, these are supposed to be dropping in the store. So if you guys don't mind, if you happen to be walking around Wally World, if you see this, you know, in store, you see one of these models or you start seeing the display on the SwissTech stuff, you know, drop a comment on this video. Come back and be like, hey, you know, I'm in Texas. I'm in, you know, North Carolina, whatever the case is. You know, maybe you're in a major city and you don't mind saying that online. Hey, I'm in Tampa. And guess what? SwissTech's at my local Walmart. That would be cool just to see about when they're dropping because I don't know an exact date. If you guys have more information about it, I'd love to hear it. But yeah, SwissTech has always been there in the background for me. Again, I have a bunch of their multi-tools, but you know, these folders specifically and this fixed blade specifically is just so far, it's really the bomb. I'm really enjoying them for that price tag. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Stay tuned. I'll probably do maybe an update video down the road on these specific things, or if you happen to follow me on Instagram, I might post something over there as well in the future. But this is the big heads up coming to a Walmart near you. That's kind of exciting. So there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with, that's right, another video. It's kind of what I do. I make these videos. So see you tomorrow.